Gildan Media proudly presents Gildan Seminars, original lectures containing essential information that can be applied to every facet of life and business.
A Brilliant Idea Every 60 Seconds. Read by Michael Crichton. A Creative Introduction. A quote from Steve Jobs. Creativity is just connecting things. When you ask creative people how they did something, they feel a little guilty because they didn't really do it. They just saw something. It seemed obvious to them after a while. That's because they were able to connect experiences they've had and synthesize new things. Is it really possible to come up with a brilliant idea every 60 seconds? Reflecting on the perspective of Steve Jobs, the co-founder of Apple Inc., we can appreciate that creativity and ideation is more tangible than we realize. For me, it became a matter of professional survival. Early in my career, I established a 60-second time challenge to state a creative idea within the first 60 seconds of a meeting with a client, which would compel them to take me more seriously within the creative process. This powerful connection would eventually draw in all the other participants in any creative meeting, and a different experience would unfold. What kind of ideas have the power to get this kind of attention? The answer to that question is the reason I wrote this book. It is not necessarily about the big idea. In fact, it's more about the not-so-big idea. The simple ideas by some standards, but when examined closer, can yield incredible things. I think of them as actionable ideas. Creativity is a big basket word. What the world perceives as being creative, whether it is associated with art, science, music, advertising, fashion, writing, films, business, sports, politics, education, in fact, everything, is heavily influenced by the creative machines in such creative hubs as Hollywood, Silicon Valley, New York, Toronto, Vancouver, Montreal, London, Paris, Hong Kong, and even in my neck of the woods, Edmonton, Alberta. Radio, television, and the Internet also influence what we think a brilliant idea looks like. Films, TV programs, videos, radio programs, commercials, music, books, blogs, they all take us somewhere, creatively. They shape our perception of what we think is creative and, by implication, what we think about our own creativity. Ask someone on the street what he or she thinks is an example of creative.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?